Hey everybody, it's Glidercat, and it's time to play. We're back in Ostriv. Ostriv? Not sure on the pronunciation on that. Let me hit play here before I start babbling away. Let's see where we're at. We've got our trading post set up, and we've managed to trade with a couple of the other towns. We've got 2 houses queued up for building over here, kind of to the right of our village, on the right side of our village. More and more, as our villagers are moving around, we're seeing some paths laid down just from their foot trails. I don't know if that increases their speed. I don't think so. But it's kind of cool. Kind of a cool graphical effect there. It looks neat. We built another parking garage, for lack of a better term, for our carts, and we ordered up 4 more carts, and it looks like 2 of them have already been built by our carpenter. So I'm hoping that speeds up some of the transport of resources. The big concerns right now for me are our economy. We're losing money. We continue to lose money, and we need to produce some goods that we can sell. Now, the first thing that we started producing that we might be able to sell is this charcoal. And we've got 6,000 queued up here in our trading post. I'm gonna go ahead and double that because we're producing this pretty fast. I don't know what it sells for, but let's queue that up, get some more charcoal in here, and then we'll go to the world map. And I think it was down here, Durkachi. I think that was the town that was willing to buy it. Now it looks like we've got someone over at Balaklia that we can still do some trading for. It looks like it says no active deals, visiting for 22 more days. So we can buy charcoal, but we don't want to buy any. We want to sell it. We need to make some money here at some point. We are growing potatoes, we're growing wheat, and we're going to mill that into flour. So those are 2 things we could potentially sell. We actually bought some potatoes ourselves just to hedge our bets on not starving, to make sure we don't starve. But hopefully we can produce enough potatoes to sell at some point. We also bought some dried fish, and there's nothing else here that we can really sell. I guess we could sell metal parts, but I hate to do it because iron and nails, I feel, may be hard to come by. Although this guy's got plenty for us to buy if we want. We're not going to do any purchasing here for a while. I don't think. So one concern is the economy. We got to find some stuff to sell, and we'll try the charcoal here in a bit. The next concern is food. We have 3 fields right now on our farm. We harvested some potatoes and we harvested our wheat, and we only got like 300 of each, it looks like. And then this dried fish that came in. Matter of fact, some of this we may have imported, but I think that's from our crops. 300 each. I don't know how long that lasts. And we got some dried fish that we brought in from another town. Right now, we're selling that at this market stall. We've got 1 person working there. I'm guessing that's enough. I don't know how many workers you actually need here or how many market stalls you need, but we're currently selling firewood, dried fish, and potatoes. And then we've queued up flour as well. It looks like we've actually produced some flour at our mill, and that was the most recent building that was built. So it's good to see that thing in motion. And hopefully, like if we look at our houses, we can see in their inventory that they do just consume the flour directly. So that all looks good. We don't have milk. We have drinking water. I don't know what sallow is. I'm not quite sure if that's I don't know what that is. I have to look it up. And then milk. All right. Our forester here is complaining that there is not enough people to cut down trees. We still have 6 logs that I believe can be turned into firewood and planks, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm hoping that let me speed the game up a little bit here while I'm babbling. I'm hoping that these new houses will bring in some more people. I think last episode, or maybe the one before even, we got a new family that came in, so we got 6 people. 2 of them are workers, and it looks like we've got a child here that's at 14 that is getting pretty close to being working age. I'm not sure what age that officially is for them to start working, but it looks like this little guy went and got some food. Let's pause the game here for a second and just zero in on this little guy. Oh, he's got some firewood he's carrying back to the house. 8 years old and carrying a bunch of firewood, so they put him to work kind of early here. Then there's an education statistic here too that we should look at. I didn't see schools. I think that might be coming later, right? Yeah, it says work in progress, so we're not going to be able to do that yet. Again, this is an early access game. From what I can see, this game really looks like a labor of love. There's a ton of time put into these models. Like as we place the houses down, you can see I don't pick the different style. They're automatically kind of generating a different look for the houses as we drop them down. And so you can tell just by looking at them, like this has got the full on porch, this one here. These two have little stoops kind of. This one's got an awning. So a lot of care and attention to detail has gone into building these houses. These two actually look kind of like mirror images of each other, right? It's got this kind of dark panel and dark panel. And oh man, we're coming into another winter already. But yeah, I just think a lot's gone into this game. It looks very pretty and plays pretty smooth so far. I don't know how our village is doing, to be honest. I don't know if we have enough food or if we're going to run out of money and people are going to leave. I'm just not sure what's going to happen here. So we're learning this together. If you've not played it, if you've played it, go ahead and share some tips in the comments. I can look at those, and so will others interested in this game. It's available on Steam. So let's just see what we want to tackle next. We've got the houses being constructed. We've got nails and horseshoes and all that stuff being built. We got plenty of charcoal for our smithy. We've got 8,000 charcoal queued up. Let's see about sending off another person to Glidercat and see. It costs 80 to send someone out there. And I just don't know if we have $80 worth of coal to sell, that charcoal to sell. So I'm a little nervous about doing it. Let's see. And we can always do it a little bit later. Let's get through the winter. Let's get through this current winter. I'm going to speed it up to 12 times. Yeah, let's see if we can get through the winter. And if we have a decent amount of food, then maybe we go out to Darachi or wherever that town was, and we see about selling the charcoal and maybe even selling some food if we've got some surplus. I just want to make sure that we can recoup the $80 it's going to cost to send someone out there. So we got to have enough product to sell in order to justify that. I'm leery about selling any kind of iron product because we don't have a way to produce iron ourselves. So I don't want to come up short on that yet until we have like a really big surplus. So a couple things we could do. We could drop another field down. I think that's maybe worth doing. So let's go to the farm. We'll add a field so it's ready for planting time. And then we'll pick a crop. I think we've got 2 wheats and a potato, and it might be interesting to try and put down a crop that is like going to get us some income. And I'm going to pick sunflower. I think we can turn that into oil. There's a building that will allow us to turn that into oil, and we need to activate this field. Okay, so it's activated. We're going to plow it, hopefully. We may need, now the plow has been skipped on these ones, and it may be that we just need to order up a plow. Now, I don't know how that works. Let's see if there's anything in the farm dialogue. I'm going to slow down for a second. Let's look at the help here for the farm. It says, build a farm to be able to grow crops. Use the add field button to specify an area for growing. The created field will be automatically assigned to the current farm, but you can later reassign it to another farm or a cow shed. All assigned fields will be shown in the farm's properties panel, and you can drag and drop them to change priority. Choose a crop by clicking on the crop icon and switch the field to active to start sowing. If there's a plow on the farm, sowing will start after the field is plowed. Plowing helps restore the soil fertility. Now, soil contains 3 types of nutrients indicated by colors. You can hover your mouse over them to see the exact values. So we saw that all of ours are really fertile, so I think we're in good shape. Each crop type has a specific demand for nutrients, so thoughtful crop rotation is crucial for productive farming. You can change crop types each winter manually or hire a manager to allow for automatic rotation with up to 6 slots. All right, leaving the field fallow, or even better, using it as a pasture, restores the fertility. You can hire workers for crop processing, plowing, and taking care of draft animals. Also, laborers will be automatically hired on the sowing and harvesting if it's enabled in the hire options. All right. Okay, very cool. Prioritize the gathering. Supply for oxen. Now, I'm not sure what that means. Resource supply. Okay, resource supply. Worker by cart. Labor by hands by wagon. Okay, waters and hay. I'm not sure what this is all about. On the farm supply. I'm just looking to see if there's a way where we can provide a plow. Because I don't see that here. I would assume it's the carpenter that builds these. So we've got a cart. So let me just click client and see what it says. Okay, it's just showing us that's where we've ordered up the carts to be produced by our carpenter. And I would imagine this is the guy who does a plow. I don't see a way to order up a plow here. So we can add fields. Oh, there we go. Look at this. I'm hovering over these. Click to order a plow. Let's do it. Let's order a plow and see how that goes. Okay, it says one more order in queue, so they're not showing. I don't know if it's just this one or if they're going to show the plow at some point. But we'll let that run. I'll speed up the game again, and hopefully we make it through the winter. We've got 9 men and 10 women, so we haven't lost anybody recently. Let's see our charcoal. Yeah, that's getting stocked up. I'm going to keep increasing this. Let's go to 18,000. Because I think we're not having much trouble making that. And so if we can make some kind of money, that will help ease my concerns about where we stand with our economy. Because we have to pay all these people. And we are losing money. We desperately need more workers. So I'm glad to see this house is nearly constructed. Boom. There it is. House is vacant. So we'll just have to see. We've got all the conditions set up right to bring in immigrants. So hopefully we can get some in here. Because we need workers. We need more villagers here to help us out. This is temporary storage. We could, if we wanted to, just empty this, but I don't see an advantage to doing that. So eventually this will get exhausted and it will disappear, just like all the original tents did. And then the last thing we need to get rid of is this guy here, the camp center. And I think this will go away as soon as we put down a town hall. But I want to prioritize kind of housing and food before we do that. There comes our immigrants. They made it. 2 more workers. That's going to help tremendous. It's 2 more hungry mouths or 4 more hungry mouths. Hopefully we can generate enough food to keep everybody going. Okay, the supply for oxen is disabled. Oh, I guess you cannot. I don't know what supply for. Oh, look at this. So we need someone to pull the plow, right? It's not the people aren't going to pull a plow. So let's take a look at our production buildings and see if we need to get some cows going. And maybe it's bulls or something that pull the that will pull the plow. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to slow it down here again to about 5 times speed. And I think we need to think about maybe the cow shed. And then the slaughterhouse. That's another source of food for us. I think this hay dryer produces hay from nearby grass. So we may not need a farm for this. It does look like it's got a pretty wide range of effect. Why don't we put like some of these here? So I'm going to drop down 2 of these. I think they instantaneously build. So let's try it. I'm going to do another one. I can do 2 hay dryers. How about like that so they don't overlap? And then that'll get us hay, and I'm assuming the cows eat the hay. So let's do a cow shed. And let's put it kind of near all this stuff. I'm just kind of moving over here so I can see what makes sense. Yeah, that's the back. I'm actually thinking we should look at the back and have this face the hay. It may speed up the transport of that. So, all right, we'll drop the cow shed. We'll just see what that's all about. We should probably do the slaughterhouse. I don't know that we can do much with the cow shed, or we get much from the cows. I guess we might get milk. Slaughterhouse produces meat and hides from the animals. All right, well, we'll try the slaughterhouse too. I don't know if I'm building too much, too fast, but we're just going to experiment and kind of learn together. All right, one more house. Then we've got a couple production buildings, and then I think we should actually drop 2 more houses after that and just make sure that we're constantly building out homes so we can increase the number of workers we got to work in all these production buildings, because it doesn't do much good if they just sit empty. So I'm going to drop down 2 houses and get those in the queue here. I'm doing them in little clusters of 3. I don't know if that is super important or not. Just kind of doing that. If they need to kind of get through here, they've at least got an easy way. And I'm not sure what the benefit is of having the fence around the home, or if that's just aesthetics. Cool. I'll go back up to 12 times speed. And let's look at the houses, how they're doing on food. They look like they're okay, right? 114 flour, 96 potato, and 10 fish. I just don't know, or dried fish, I should say. I just don't know, how much they consume. Okay, when I hover over here, it does say that our water supply is sufficient. And it says we have enough food for sale. So that's good to see. Let's check out our economy. Are we making any money this time? So this year we brought in 25. We're bringing in some money. Our rent will go up as we bring more people. We just got to control our expenses. Boy, salary last year was 524, and we've only got 432 in our treasury. So we're going to need to sell something pretty darn soon. I'm going to go down to 5 speed. We've got 13,484 charcoal. We made it through. We've got, hopefully some laborers will show up and help on the farms. We've got almost the maximum number of workers assigned to that. I guess I could try and get one more person doing it. So hopefully we'll get these fields sowed. We're skipping the plowing because we don't have an animal to pull the plow. We don't have the plow even built yet. I think our carpenter is probably going to be the one to do that. I was waiting on metal parts right now. Our smithy is working away on metal parts. I don't see... Yeah, he's got some iron to work with, so that's all good. We're probably going to have to import more iron. Let's see. We've got 850 available, at least, here in this storage. Do we have any over in this storage? We do. We've got 1,000 iron. So we're okay for metal right now, for iron at least. We're getting a little light here on forestry. We're okay, but it'd be nice to have another worker to cut down more trees, so we got this up to the max of 12 logs. But we'll just let this go as is. Let's take a look at the world map. Let's send someone out here. It's going to cost us $80 to do it. It'll take some time for them to get there. Hopefully we can use that time to produce some more charcoal. Looks like they're getting this stack ready to burn. Now that looks pretty cool. Look at all that, all the logs there, all the firewood they've got piled up. And I guess they just let that smolder, and it turns into a bunch of charcoal like this. That's kind of cool. That is really neat. And again, the detail on this game is just amazing, I think. So that's the before, and that's the after. Here's some guys harvesting that. Probably our smithy. Yep, he's bringing some in. And I don't think the houses use charcoal. No, they just use firewood. Very nice, and the people have different colored clothes. So again, yeah, the detail's pretty cool on this. This guy loading up the wagon full of charcoal, and where's he going? Okay, he's loading up our trading post with it. Let's take a look at the map, see where our guy is. Our envoy is on his way, or her way, halfway there. And hopefully, like I said, I'll speed it up again. But I'm really hoping we can find a way to make some money. Because once we run out, and we're on the verge of doing just that, then that's going to be problems for us. We've got, look at this, 1,100 potatoes. Okay, that's because we ordered some. I think I'm going to put some of those in the trading post. See if we can make some money off of the potatoes. Let's go for 600. 600 potatoes, and let's do 600. How much do we have flour stored up at all? No, not yet. I think that we're using probably all the flour we're producing. We'll just stick with potato. Maybe we can sell some potatoes. Flour. Let me get rid of flour. Anything else that we could sell? Bark? I don't think anybody wants bark. Horseshoes, nails, and wheat. We do have a fair amount of wheat. I don't want to kind of burn through that. We'll see. If that gets really high, then we'll sell some wheat too. All right, let's take a look at the map. Ooh, there's a tip on the granary there I hadn't noticed. Let's I'm going to slow the game down to single speed here. Let's look at the help on the granary so we can learn. Granary workers collect chosen resources, have them stored all in one place. It's useful to have a granary close to a market. All right, well, I put it close to the farm. If there's no other work, granary workers will supply the nearby market stalls. Okay, that's good. And they're not too far away. That's actually not too bad. All right, anything else that's got a hint? I think we read on the farm. I'm just going to scroll through a couple of our production buildings and see if there's any more little help icons for us. I think we read the one on the trading post already. This guy is out of water, so that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Now, it could just be they need to go fetch it, but it might make sense for us to get some water going. Let's just do it. 40 nails and 2,000 wood. It's going to take... Well, we'll see if this one builds instantly or if it gets put in our queue. Let's go ahead and put it near our market stalls. Kind of, this will be a place people gather. Yeah, it looks like it's got to be constructed, so it's going to be a while before we get it. Hopefully, this one will hold out for us. There is some water available, so hopefully those villagers can go get it. Let's take a look at our envoy. They're there, so I'm going to actually slow the game down again. I might pause it. Let's see. Do they still want charcoal? Oh, they don't. Well, that's not good for us. Let's see. I was really hoping I could sell some charcoal here. And I cannot. I can sell potatoes. Or no, that's what they're offering. Here we go. My bad. They would like charcoal. Let's sell all that charcoal and we'll get $640. Deal. They want wheat. I didn't put that in our trading post. Sunflower oil we can sell eventually. And then chicken eggs. Shoes. I don't see. See, we're getting ready to do cows. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything else we can sell. Anything we need to buy? We could buy some iron. Just to make sure we've always got some on hand. I don't know if this is urgent to do. Let's just buy 250 because we can. And what else? Horses? No. I don't know if we're going to have to end up buying the cows, but we'll wait till we actually have a place to put them. Okay, I'm going to hit play at 5 times speed here for a little bit, and maybe we'll amp it up to 12 times in a second. I think we're doing all right. Boy, I'll feel good if we sell that coal and we see the charcoal and we see that balance of our finances jump up. That would be something great. Okay, here comes some more. That looks like those were immigrants, maybe, right? So I think so. Let's look at our population. We've now got 11 men and 12 women. So we're doing better. A couple more workers and 3 hungry mouths. We've got 1 child. They brought some food with them, I think. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay on food. This is looking okay. I just don't know, what's good or bad yet. So we've got 4 fields planted and growing. I'm going to take down the workers here so that we can maybe get some other stuff going. I don't know how many workers you actually need when everything's just kind of growing here. I don't know if they're, pulling weeds or something. I don't know what they do when there's nothing, when everything's just growing and it's already been planted. So yeah, it looks like we're cutting trees down again. So that's good to see. And I don't see anything going on with these hay dryers. Now the cow shed, I don't know if this needs a pasture. We've got a little help icon even before it's built. Let's read through this. When you buy cattle from neighbor towns, it will be assigned to a cowshed with more space. Make sure the cowshed is staffed and has a stock of hay and water before the cattle trader arrives. All right. Well, we got the hay, the hay dryer is ready. We just need, I think we have to wait till a certain part in the season to actually collect that grass and start drying it out or whatever they make hay out of. In summer, the cows can graze on a pasture. Use the Add Pasture button to add one. Okay, we'll definitely do that. They can also pasture on a fallow farm field if you allow them to do so. And I think we read earlier that increases the fertility of the farm field. So we've got the farm right next door, and that's no accident. So we'll try that out. Okay, then for breeding, you need at least 1 bull per cowshed. You can also turn bulls to oxen for use as draft animals. An ox should be at least 1 year old to be used as a draft animal. Okay, we definitely want to do that. We ordered up a plow for our farm. So hopefully we can get an ox, turn a bull into an oxen for that purpose. All livestock is listed in the cowshed's properties panel. You can relocate particular animals between the cowsheds by dragging them from the list and dropping on a target cowshed. All right. You can also build a slaughterhouse to produce beef and hides. Slaughterhouse workers will take cattle starting from the oldest when the livestock limit is reached, or if you choose to slaughter a particular animal. Oxen and the last bull will never be slaughtered automatically. Okay, that's good. So you can always, hopefully you can always reproduce. Okay, in winter, each animal consumes 25 units of hay and water per month. Build hay dryers for hay provisions and hay barracks for storage. Okay, we need to do that, hay barracks. Cowshed workers will also participate in hay production and transportation if there's no other work. Awesome. Let's build the hay barracks if we can find it. I think we want that. That may be in here, actually. Hay barrack, there it is. Let's boy, we got room. These are tiny. Let's let's put them near here. How about right next to this place? Maybe a couple. Oh, right there, and maybe another one. Let's do another one right here. Oh, look at that. They're collecting the grass. Nice. Check it out. Very nice. Cool. Now, I don't know how much we're going to get, but our workers are collecting grass, loading it onto the hay dryers. Very cool. And we've got the building materials down, or at least a lot of them. Not all of it. Got a lot of them down. How's our thatch? Now, we took back the staffing on this down to 1 worker. Looks like we've got 2,000 in storage, so that's probably pretty good. Again, we've got someone complaining about water. Looks like they went and got it. There is a supply of water, but we've got another one that's being built just for backup. It's a little ways down in the queue here. Right now we're building the cow shed. How many workers do we have? 2. So our immigrants have helped this situation, I think, and then maybe dialing back the farm workers. So not too bad. I'm going to go back up to 12 times. I'm looking at our treasury. I don't see, hasn't increased yet. Now here comes somebody with something. Let's let me pause the game. I don't think I can click on them when they're, oh, it just says wagon. Now, I don't know if they are unloading our charcoal or what. So I'm just going to keep on this and see what happens to this wagon and see if we lose any product. I'm just wondering if that is one of the wagons that's going to go sell some material for us. But again, yeah, financially we're not in great shape. I can't tell what's going on down there. It looks like a wagon's being loaded with something or unloaded. I'm not sure what that wagon's doing there. Let's take a look at the world map and just see if we can see anything. All right, it looks like some wagons are moving on the trail here. Now, I'm not sure if hopefully they're bringing back like just chests full of cash. Because we're running low on funds to pay our workers. Water is becoming a bigger issue here. Hopefully they won't starve out. We still have several buildings. I could, oh, look at this. Look at that. You can just drag and reprioritize the building queue. So we'll do water next just to be safe. The cow shed's already well under construction. In fact, all the resources have been delivered and we got 3 workers on that. That shouldn't take long, and then they'll move on to the well and we'll just hopefully be in good shape on water once we get that second well down. It's odd that we've got 3 families out of water. There is water here. They just need to get it. It's not much, but there's a little bit. Yeah, and hopefully those wagons, hopefully we see some cash come in. And I think that town was the only one that we could really sell charcoal to. But that's going to get us $640, and that's going to help us live another day, hopefully, so we can get more product to sell. All right, well, I think this may be a good stopping point. We'll wrap this episode up here. We made a little bit of progress. We started to sell our charcoal. Our cow shed is almost built. We built the hay dryers, and they've already got some grass drying on them, which is very good. And then we also found out we needed to build these hay barracks to store the hay because the cows are going to eat that over the winter. We don't have cows yet, but once this gets built, we can look at go and buying them, assuming we get some cash. We had another family move in, which is cool. Just a couple people and a child. And then we've got several buildings now in our production queue. So we'll have to kind of grind through that slowly, but hopefully we can get those built before too long. Anyway, that's it for this episode. This is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.